What is up guys, it's your boy Solam here, back with another Classic WoW video for the Fresh Classic WoW servers. Now today we are talking about making gold on the Fresh Classic WoW servers, or any version of Classic WoW really, and you can use this to make a lot of gold, starting at a really early level. Now in this case you will need some starter capital, but we're not talking about a lot here. You can even start this off if you have 1 gold for example, and the more gold you have, the more gold you will make. Actually you can start with less than 1 gold as well. Now before we get into the video itself, I do want to say that if you haven't grabbed the gold making guide yet for Classic WoW, then check it out through the link down below. This is a gold making guide made for Classic WoW, and it's been refreshed for the Fresh Classic WoW servers as well. So in this guide you will learn a lot more about farming gold while leveling, how to get your mount at level 40 for example, and how to make a huge progress towards your mount at level 60 by farming gold while leveling, or even getting to level 60 and then farming at level 60 as well. It will show you the best places to farm in the game. Whether you're a mage, you're a hunter, you're a warlock, you're a warrior, you will know exactly what to farm for and where to farm for it. Now also, once you have made some gold, we're also talking about how to use the gold you currently have to make more gold as well. I have recently doubled my gold without even playing the game, so like, well, I have played the game, but I've been playing hardcore, and by putting my gold into certain investments, they have doubled in price, and I've basically doubled my gold while I've been leveling characters and not like farming gold. So by spending your gold in the right place at the right time, the right investments, you can just make sure that 1,000 gold becomes 2,000 gold, 3,000 gold, and 4,000 as well. You can set yourself up to never have to farm again on these servers ever. Throughout the entirety of Classic you'll be fine, TBC you'll be fine, Wrath you'll be fine. Play your cards right early and you will be set for life on these servers. Now if you want my help on gold making, once again get that guide, the link is down below. You also get early access to content, so like gold making videos, gold farming videos, investment videos, you will get them before they go public. That's a long sellout, but check it out, link down below. Now today we are focusing on recipes, and we're going to be doing this in a couple of different ways. Number one, we have some recipes you can buy from vendors to flip, and you can either flip them right now, or you can wait. So you can buy them now and offload them in phase 2 for example, and typically make a lot more gold. And then we have a couple of recipes you can just buy a lot of at the moment, and then sell on the auction house for profit. I am basically buying about all these recipes currently myself as well, so I'm in these markets. So I'm kind of messing myself up by sharing this, but that's what I do on this channel. I share with you how I make gold, and I hopefully help you make some gold as well. So for the first one here, we're going to be talking about the recipe Elixir of Shadow Power. This is a recipe sold by 2 vendors, one in Stormwind and one in Undercity, and we can take a look on Wowhead right now just to show you guys what I'm talking about. This is the recipe Elixir of Shadow Power, and if I scroll down here, this is sold by Maria Lemaire in Stormwind or Algernon in Undercity. Those are both the alchemy supplies, so go to the alchemy trainer in those cities, and the supplies vendor will be right next to the alchemy trainer as well. In Undercity, that's going to be right here marked on the map. If I just scroll up, there we go, right here on the map, right? And in Stormwind it's going to be right here on the map as well, so you know exactly where to go. And this is a limited quantity item. This is going to be something you can buy at the vendor, typically has about half an hour restock time, which means if I buy it right now, you can't buy it until it comes back up. The exact restock timer is RNG, but seems to be between half an hour and 1 hour, could even be longer as well. And the thing is, at the moment, we have multiple layers, so you can go from layer 1 to layer 2 to layer 3 to layer 4 and just buy a bunch of the recipes. So for example, I'm standing here right now. If the recipe was here, I could buy the recipe on layer 1 and jump to layer 2, and this vendor on layer 2 will then have another supply, and chances are you can then buy another recipe on layer 2. Then you have to wait for a while because layering cooldown kicks in, but you can then jump to layer 3, do the same, layer 4, do the same, so you can take advantage of the fact that we have multiple layers to buy multiple limited recipes. So once again, that one is being taught by the alchemy, this one is given to you by the alchemy supplies vendors in Stormwind and Undercity. Now this one increases your shadow damage, so this will be useful to priests and warlocks. I mean, to priests is like shadow priests. I mean, in PvP, sure, PvE though, Shadow Priests are kind of a meme, I guess, but you get the point. Anyone benefiting from Shadow spell damage will be wanting this flask, and the recipe like goes for 1 gold over here from the vendor. It is currently reselling for 7 gold on my server, and you typically see these go up in demand in the later phases when Warlocks become even better, and they can just keep dealing even more damage. So this one right here, very safe if you can buy it from the vendor and then resell on the auction house. Likewise, you have the recipe for Shadow Oil sold by a couple different vendors. You have this guy right here in Duskwood selling it, you have this guy on the Horde. Actually, this guy is the super vendor, right? So this guy can sell it to both factions, and then you have 1000 needles for the Horde specifically. So you can buy this in 3 different places, and this is the exact same. It is a limited supply recipe that you can buy, and then has half an hour to an hour respawn time, so you have to wait. You can't just mass buy them, but using the layering strategy, you can once again buy on layer 1, jump to layer 2, buy on layer 2, jump to layer 3, and keep this rotation going. Now this one right here, like sold by these guys, selling for 15 silver, it is currently reselling for way over 1 gold each on my server, and this is kind of a recipe you want to buy for the future. The reason for that is that this gives you the ability to make Shadow Oils, and Shadow Oils by themselves are great. When applied to a melee weapon, it gives you a 15% chance of casting Shadow Bolt rank 3 at the opponent when it hits. Very good for certain melee classes, but also it's used in these crafts right here. Dusky Boots, Dusky Leather Armor, Guardian Armor, Shadow Crescent Axe, Shadow Hood for shadow damage, but also Greater Shadow Protection Potions. They start becoming way more in demand, like these ones right here in the Greater Shadow Protection Potions. They are way more in demand in Phase 2 when the World Bosses comes out, and Phase 3, or yeah, Phase 3, so Phase 2 and Phase 3, Shadow Protection Potions will be going up in demand by quite a lot. So you can actually buy these recipes right now, the Shadow Oil recipes, and hold them until Phase 2, and sell them in Phase 2 for way more gold. And likewise, you have the recipe for the Greater Shadow Protection Potion. This one is a random world drop, but you can buy them right now for arguably way cheaper, and sell them in Phase 2 or Phase 3, and likely will make way more gold. This one though, you have to buy on the auction house and resell on the auction house, but it could be a very good investment. Now, I did say that today we're focusing on patterns and different ways to make gold with patterns. So far we have covered this one right here to buy from a vendor and resell at the moment. We have this one, the Shadow Oil, you can buy right now from a vendor once again on limited supply, and either sell now or hold until Phase 2 and Phase 3. And then we have this recipe right here, the Greater Shadow Protection Potion, that you can buy on the auction house right now as an investment, and then sell in Phase 2 or Phase 3. In addition to that, you have the Mooncloth pattern, sold by Kia, all the way up here in Winterspring. This one is sold for 2 gold from that vendor. So it's sold for 2 gold, you can further reduce that with faction costs, right, by being honored, for example. But 2 gold. And at the moment, I am reselling these myself on the auction house, and they go for anywhere between 3 gold, so 50% profit, all the way up to 5 gold. I've sold them between all of those profit margins, so sometimes you double your gold on this, and at the very least you tend to make 50% profit on this one as well. And this one is not on a limited supply, so you can buy 10 of them and just go absolutely ham. So there we go, a video about recipes and different ways to make gold with recipes currently in this game that I'm personally, once again, in these markets, so I'm messing myself up a little bit by making it more public, but hopefully it helps you make a little bit of gold. And once again, we are talking about different ways here. You can either buy the recipes right now from a vendor on limited supply and benefit from that fact that they are limited and sell them right now, or you can hold them until Phase 2 and Phase 3, or you can buy the Mooncloth recipe and just post them on the auction house, and you typically make way more gold. In that case, you are banking from people being too lazy to fly to Winterspring and buy their own recipe, because if you're flying from Stormwind, for example, that will take you about 20 minutes, or at least 15 minutes. In that case, you would rather pay a gold or 2 extra to buy it from the auction house, so you're benefiting from people, once again, being lazy. So hopefully this video helps you make some gold on the fresh classic WoW servers, or any other version of WoW that you play. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching as always, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.